Everyone, another edition of the auto market, and in our continuing profile of the debate between the F-35s and the Saab-Gripen. Of course, in our channel, we're dedicated to discussions on the affirmation of Canadian sovereignty. We are now profiling the most recent breaking news on the Saab-Gripen, released by the Aerotime Arrow, a sort of a continuation of Saab's professed commitments of 12,000 jobs. They add specifically Swedish defense company Saab says it could support up to 12,600 jobs in Canada by localizing production of its Gripen fighter jet and Global Eye airborne surveillance aircraft as Ottawa continues to review its future fighter plans. This article then goes on to highlight the benefits of an alliance between Saab-Gripen and Canada's Bombardier in terms of supporting Canada's commitment to sovereignty that has been professed by the Carney government, job creation, and expanding Canada's aerospace industry significantly. It then focuses on the Saab-Gripen arrangement as potentially supporting and affirming the Canada-Sweden aerospace and defense partnership that had been announced in 2025. So many people might not have known there's a specific bilateral agreement in 2005 between Canada and Sweden, and that this would sort of help affirm and complement that. They've referred to specifically in this article with respect to a prospective, deal with Saab-Gripen that it would go hand in hand with Bombardier's Global 6,000 and 6,500 business jet platforms, and specifically the Global Eye platform. Then there's an elaboration in this article about the fact that Saab has not publicly commented on the alleged deficiencies relative to the F-35, but we all know that the F-35 continues to be lobbied by the Canada's so-called defense commanders and NORAD, which we all know is under the thumb of the United States and its unified command structure, which is under the thumb of the United States Air Force. So, the NORAD continues to be, the commanders continue to be professing that, there's a need to continue expansion of the F-35s, but this is all coming from their commander. So, of course, if we have an American commander of NORAD, all the subordinates are going to be in line and not giving us an objective representation of affirming our sovereignty. Rather, they're giving their projection of the United States Air Force Command's oriented structure of NORAD, which is, of course, as we all know, is under the so-called Commander-in-Chief, President Trump. So how can we rely on whatever they say from NORAD? But anyway, that's what's going on with this particular article. You can check that out at aerotime.aero. That's the website. It elaborates on the pitch coming from Saab. And it says, and the article concludes by saying that it referred to the Switzerland scaling back in the F-35s, and it also talked about the need for in Canada's ongoing review to look at the importance of sovereignty, the supply chain resilience, and job creation as central to Ottawa's decision making, and that Saab seeks to complement that. And as we've just talked about before, however the Soviet F-35s are in terms of their professed technological capabilities, any purchase of the F-35s are going to be under the technological control of somebody who wants to assimilate us. And we cannot, and so why would we buy planes from a country that wants to assimilate us and then is going to control the technology? I mean, that to me is just insanity. It makes no sense whatsoever. And the technology as well, we're just renting planes while, I mean, it's like buying a house and the other person still, so-called buying a house, the other person that you're buying it from still owns it and can still walk in your house anytime and do whatever they want and controls all the technology of your house. I mean, who wants to be buying a house like that? So that's just insanity. So this F-35 arrangement that Trump is trying to push Canada towards is not in Canadian interest. I think most of us in the country know this. Again, but this is it's important to have a debate and open debate and discussion about this. Thanks for not watching another edition of the Ottawa Market Channel, and please like and subscribe this channel, especially subscribe it. Our goal is to, right now we're at 157 around subscribers. Our goal is to have 200 subscribers if we can within the next 24 hours. If you're committed to more discussions and having interviews with people on Canadian sovereignty in general and specifically Saab-Gripen, please remember to subscribe to this channel so that we can see that there's an interest in continuing to expand the discussion, to invite guests to the show. We're not going to do that until we see definitely a growing commitment from our subscribers to expand, to express their interest and to support the channel. Whatever support you can have to this channel would be great. Anybody who wants to send a minimum donation of $1 to support what we're trying to do, accomplish in this channel, you can do so by sending that pledge to editor@tobj.ca. That's editor@tobj for TorontoBusinessJournal.ca. We'd appreciate your support and for liking and subscribing this channel and our discussions of Canadian sovereignty and the Saab-Gripen specifically. So thanks for watching, and check out that article that's just released 12 hours ago, the latest article, scrolling back up. On Saab-Gripen, Saab says Gripen global live production in Canada could support over 12,000 jobs. And it also mentions some Jolie's, continuing to reflection on that and how it would complement Canadian interests in terms of Bombardier and Saab-Gripen coming together to produce a uniquely Canadian version of the Saab-Gripen that could be reminiscent of what happened with the Avro era, when the Avro era was a product of a Canadian-British military partnership. Thanks for watching another edition of the Ottawa Market. Remember to like and subscribe.